Leo. What's up, Leo? This is your December 2022 astrology reading. I hope all is well with everybody. Thanks for checking out the reading. The background is black or dark. That is the intention. It may not be fully black, but you won't be able to see anything, right? Okay, that's the way it should be. So I know somebody might be like, what's wrong with your background? It's intentional. So with that being said, y'all, let's get into this. It's a lot of change is going on in December. Make sure you check out the community tab where I post every month the changes that are going on for the month as far as the planetary alignments and what sign they're going to be in. So by the time you check this out, I should have that posted. So make sure you check that out, right? And then what I'm going to do now is just tell you what I'm getting intuitively off of the planetary alignment happenings that are going on for the month of December and what you might be experiencing as a result of these changes and where these planets are and where they're going to be. So the first thing we want to talk about is this full moon in Gemini that's coming up on December 7th. We want to talk about that because also in the house of Gemini for you, we have Mars in retrograde there, okay? So Mars in retrograde and the moon. Hopefully you won't get into an argument or a fight with one of your friends or somebody you thought was a friend, okay? Or a family member or somebody you thought who was, somebody who you maybe don't consider family, someone who you can't trust for whatever reason. Maybe you were going at it with this person. Hopefully you don't have to experience that, but some of you might. Okay. Some of you may have already been in dispute with either family members. I feel like it could be cousins or brothers and sisters, or their friends. Maybe the friends of a brother or a sister or a friend of a cousin. You're at odds with that friend or your friend, you could play any of the roles. You, the other person, or the cousin. You, the other person, or the sister or brother. All right. So that could be going on right now with you guys. It could be somebody that you've known since childhood, or it could be that your children are arguing and you two are arguing as well. So this could be somebody who is a relative, or just somebody you've known for a long time. If that's not going on, that's not for everybody, okay? But for some of you, there is a situation here where you have to be careful with what you say to people and who you tell, because you could be talking to someone that you may think is not an enemy, but they could just be around, trying to gather information to use it against you at a later date. Okay, I don't know who you're hanging with. I don't know what group or organization you're in, but I would recommend that whoever you're hanging out with, because Gemini is the energy of your lifestyle, right? Lifestyle choices, who you hang out with, who you choose to hang out, what y'all do when y'all hang out. And you have Mars here in retrograde. Mars is a warrior. Mars is a fighter. Mars is going to defend. It's going to fight. All right. When it's in retrograde, it's not defending. It's not fighting. So I don't know if this is somebody you've already, usually when it's in retrograde, retrograde talks about what's going on within you. Now, if this was direct, Mars was direct, which is going to be on January 12th, then I would say, okay, you need to be careful of, who it is that you're dealing with. But for some of you, this could be a situation where, I'm going to be honest, some of you may have caused this issue. I only say that because when the planet's in retrograde, you have to reflect back on your actions. So there could have been something that went on between you and a friend that you may have agitated, or you and a sibling, or you and a cousin that you may have agitated. This could have been going on since childhood, because we're looking at your 5th house, opposite polarity. And that's your Sag house. And you got Venus there, the Sun there, and Mercury there. All right. So there's energy here. Okay. So you could be thinking about this, or this could actually be going on. All right. For others of you, like I said, it could be your children could be fighting with each other. But for some of you, there's some issues that have been going on since childhood, and it's carried on into adulthood. Excuse me. They don't want me telling all of that. But anyway, So with the full moon here coming up on your 11th house, you could be thinking about this, or I don't know, somebody may try to get in contact with you with this Gemini energy. All right, somebody may try to reach out to you and communicate with you, and or you may want to reach out and communicate. I don't know. I don't know if this is a good idea. I would recommend you, listen to your intuition and, not cause any unnecessary stress or strife. There could be some animosity building, but just keep in mind, just be careful, okay? And if this is not about anything physical, then this could be about just people talking bad about others, especially online, okay? Because the 11th house has to do with social media, right? And so with Mars here in retrograde here, there could be things going on. Maybe, I don't know if you have friends who could be telling your business, fake friends telling your business online. If you're a celebrity, then it could be the media leaking shit about you. Or if you're, somebody who's popular, whatever environment you're popular in, there could be naysayers, tabloid type energy, gossip going on about you. And it could be amongst your friends or the groups that you socialize, that you socialize with and run through. So it's coming from internal, in-house. All right. So yeah, and with that Gemini energy, that's either family members, friends, siblings. All right. Now, you got a lot of energy going on in your 5th house. That's where Sag is, another fire energy, right? Right now, Mercury's there, Venus there, and the Sun is there because we're in Sag season. So with this energy, this is your 5th house. This is the house of your childhood energy. This is the house of your children, if you have any, or if you're a teacher or you work with children. This is the house of short-term, quick money or short-term money. So like playing the lottery, casinos, making a quick buck. This is the house of gambling. This is the house of theater, the arts, right? Acting, right? Sports. So a lot going on in sports, of course, like nationally, or internationally in the news, because Mercury is here and that deals with the news. Venus deals with values, what people value, what they appreciate. That's what people are talking about. And with the Sun here, it's in reference to the Sun is in Sag. So this is about like celebrities. This is all about, people that we look up to, this is all about people we aspire to be, or, how, or this is what society, people are looking at, people are judging. Sagittarius could be a judgy energy. It could be positive or negative, but it's an energy that judges, it's the higher self, right? So, and this is also the ancestral realm as well. That ancestral energy is there with Sag. So I feel like a lot of you are just really looking at your relationships with your children, okay? Whether you are a parent, whether you are a teacher, or whatever way you work with children, you're looking at your relationship with them. And there could be something that you are really valuing or appreciating or questioning the value of, or, expressing the value of or appreciation for. So that could be the case. But this energy, all of this Mercury, this Venus, this Sun energy is moving into your 6th house. It's moving into your 6th house. And then Pluto's also there in your 6th house. So we're going to have Mercury, Venus, the Sun, Pluto. And then on the 23rd, we're going to have the new moon in Cap, all in the Cap house, the Capricorn house. That is your 6th house. Yep. So with that being said, A lot of changes going on here in reference to your day-to-day operations, what you find or what you feel is a priority. Also, there's opportunity here for money. So some of you could be getting another job, getting a promotion, taking on part-time work. Some of you could be working out. Yeah, some of you could be working out. I just feel like your priorities are shifting with all of this energy here. Some of you are going to be very ambitious in reference to whatever the goal is that you are trying to accomplish. Like some of you may want to work out. Some of you may want to get a promotion, or you may want to apply for a different job or go into a different industry, or whatever it is you do every day. You want to take things to the next level. And you're going to have the opportunity to do that. Excuse me. So you're going to have the opportunity to do that. They don't want me telling you, Leo. They don't want me telling you how to shine. You're going to have the opportunity to do all of that, especially once cap season gets here. So I would definitely take advantage of that. But you got to be careful about people that you confide in, people that you spend time with. And that's why we were talking about your 11th house, where Mars is in retrograde here, okay, in Gemini. Be careful of the people that you call friends. Be careful of why these people are around you. Make sure people are not around you for whatever they could get from you, okay? Make sure that, you're not being flashy with your money. You could already, maybe you're doing well, and these could be, like I said, fake friends or family members that you don't get along with, who, may be adversarial to you. So you have to be careful, right? And then with your 7th house here, your partnership house, you got Saturn here right now. Now, Saturn went direct back in October, but Saturn is all about, being disciplined, being structured, being organized, so that you could accomplish your goal and achieve your goal. And that will come out for you in a very Aquarius type way, where maybe people don't understand, your reasons or your way of doing things, or they may feel like it doesn't make sense to them because it may come off as unconventional or unique or individualistic, and that's that may be throwing people off in some way, shape, or form. Some people can't handle your energy, is what I'm getting. So you have to be careful with that. Whatever it is that you're doing, there could be some apprehension or some backlash in reference to contracts. I don't know what's going on here for some of you, but you have to be very careful in the contracts that you sign. Excuse me. So, now, your 8th house here, we got Jupiter, Neptune, and Pisces. This is a very spiritual energy here in your psyche. So I feel like for some of you, you definitely are on a spiritual journey, for sure, for sure, for sure. There's no doubt about it that you're going through transformation. There's no doubt about it. So I would just, if you can, just try to tap in, spend some time by yourself, quiet, maybe go for a walk, bundle up a little bit, just go for maybe a 10-minute walk if you can at the park. Maybe just get away from buildings for a minute, just go in nature for no more than maybe 10 minutes or so, if you can bear it, if it's that damn cold. And I know some places it could be. But, if you could just for a minute, just to clear your thoughts, if you can, and just tap in and see what you're getting. Because, your soul is going through a transformation here. And, it don't look like, transformations are usually pretty painful. So I feel like for some of you, you're going through some changes that you don't want to deal with or you don't want to experience. So that tells me for some of you, it may not be so kind. It may not be good things all the time. Some of it could be good, some of it could be challenging. But I do see with Pluto energy here, this is something that no matter how you feel about it, it's going to happen. So this is why I'm saying what I'm saying. So you're going to have to be careful. I feel like for some of you, now that you're going through a transformation, you're changing. So what's going on is your partnerships and your relationships are changing as well. Some of you are being very restrictive of who you're connecting with, or you're just being very closed off. It could be one or the other. You don't want a relationship. Some of you don't want a relationship, or if you want one, it got to be structured. It got to be this way. It's like one or the other. And I feel like that's because you're going through transformation. You're going through change. You may have, Neptune is going direct on the 3rd here. So there may be some things that you didn't realize that maybe you're seeing now, or there could be some things that may be revealed to you that you didn't see before. So I would pay attention to that energy. I would definitely pay attention to your dreams, because it could manifest in that sense, but they also could manifest in your relationships with others. The journeys that you've been on with these people. For some of you, you've come to the conclusion that somebody has not been honest or not been sincere, or somebody could have been being greedy, okay? Or they could be accusing you of this, being greedy. Whatever you were doing behind the scenes is coming to light. Or for you, whoever it is that you're dealing with, whatever they were doing behind the scenes is coming to light. So, this is very transformative energy. It's not pleasant for some people. And so with Jupiter energy moving into your 9th house here, this is the house of being judged. All right, Chiron is here in retrograde. So, Chiron is always something that is challenging us. It's an adversarial energy in a certain regard. And so what you could be dealing with is just being judged. Some of you could be going to court, being taken to court, okay, for whatever reason, anything it could be, okay. But I feel like for a lot of you, it could have something to do with your work, entertainment in some way, shape, or form, or it's in the public eye with this Mercury energy here and the Sun energy. It's like it's in the tabloids, it's in public view, which is not, something that you want, whether you're a superstar or not. One thing I do understand about my Leo energy is wherever Leo is in my chart, I do not like to be embarrassed or shown up, as if, or caught out there doing something, or, put on center stage for something negative. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the last thing Leo energy likes. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for some people, you're either going through that or you're dealing with someone who is, being ridiculed publicly in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's just on a smaller level, if you're not a celebrity, maybe it's just gossip. It could be some shit on the internet or something like that on Facebook. It could be something, like that. Or it could be, you are somebody in the public eye, right? And people see what's going on with you. But I do see here, there's court here with this Saturn in your 7th house. I do see somebody going to court or some type of legalities being brought to light as a result of whatever this change or transformation was that went on. Some type of secret with Pluto energy, a secret in reference to work going on at your job. Or what you do for money. And if this is not you, then it's somebody else. It has something to do with their job or what they do for money. Yeah, it's like somebody was being greedy or doing too much with this 8th house energy here, because Neptune is going to go direct on the 3rd. Now, like I said, your 9th house, this is where Chiron and Jupiter are. Somebody could be going to court as a result of this, or being judged in some way, shape, or form. With this Mercurial energy going from the 5th to the 6th house, somebody was doing something recklessly or having fun on the job, and the secret came out. Somebody was doing something on the job and it came out. All right. Yeah, and so also with the 11th house and Mars in retrograde here in Gemini, this is people talking bad about someone. This is contracts, here. Some type of contract or something about something online. So people could be watching this online or looking at this online or sending emails or pictures. And if this is not you, then this is somebody going through this. It's like something is being exposed about someone. Yeah, this is what I'm seeing. It could have been an affair, because the 5th house is lit up right now with Mercury, Venus, and the sun there. So this could be about somebody sleeping with someone at the job. Because your 5th and 6th houses are playing with each other. Your 5th house is what you do for fun. It's also love affairs, situationships. Your 6th house is what you do every day, your patterns and your routines. So this is something that, this is like an affair, because this is something you were doing routinely. So now if it's not about a love affair, it's something that you're passionate about, something that you really enjoy doing. And it was something that you were doing privately. Somebody is being accused of being a child molester. I do see that. And they definitely they may have been locked up there. Okay, if they are not locked up, there's a restraining order out for this person. Not a restraining order. It could be some, lower level, something like that, where somebody has a restraining order against someone. Or it could be something major where somebody is actually on the run and there's a warrant for this person's arrest. And this person knows that they've been exposed and they're being judged. So whatever this is about, for some people it's an affair. For others, it could be gambling, a gambling addiction. It could be, somebody they were sleeping with at their job. It could be somebody who took money from the workplace. Something that somebody would it has something to do with money, or it has something to do with sex, because we got Venus and Pluto here. So they both deal with money, they both deal with sex. Right? In the fifth house. Yeah, this is what this person is being accused of, and they can't defend themselves with this. They're not able to with Mars in retrograde. So either this is what you're being accused of and they have proof, or the person that could be, lying to you about this. Like for some of y'all, God forbid, you could have met someone who you accused of doing something to a child, or your child could have come to you and told you that somebody did something to them and you have to deal with this craziness. For others of you, it could just be about somebody having an affair. Your partner could be having an affair, and it may have come to you in some way, shape, or form. This person could have had an affair with a family member, or a cousin, a sister, or brother. Like that could be coming to light. or that, friends were working with someone that you are working with is not a friend. Someone that you hang out with is not a friend. Like, this is about enemies being revealed. Okay, because the sixth house deals with open enemies, and with Pluto there, secrets being revealed. But somebody's telling on somebody. Okay, but that's what you gotta be. That's what I feel like a lot of you may be concerned about. Now, let's see what else we can find here. But that was very evident and very strong, and I had to get that out very detailed too. So as far as work, for others of you, this is where your Uranus is in retrograde here in the North Node. So for some of you, there could be some changes going on in the workplace. Some of you may be, I don't know, you could be moving. And so as a result, maybe you're looking for another job, or maybe, because Uranus is here in retrograde. So either something already happened, or maybe you're afraid to take a risk on something. It could have something to do with making money, though, for sure. I feel like there could be some type of investment opportunity coming up for you, but you may be nervous about it, like at the job. For some of you, it could be about, it's something as simple as buying stock. Should I buy company stock? But I feel like this is coming up because it could be something that could benefit you. Some of you may be thinking about taking your 401k and doing something else with it. Putting it in some type of other form of investment, whatever that could be for you. I feel like some of you could be thinking about that. But if this is a friend telling you about this, I wouldn't trust it. And make sure if you're letting someone borrow money and it's a business deal, make sure you put it in writing. Especially if you are loaning this person this money and you want it back. Make sure you put it in writing, because if you don't, I fear you will not get it back. You will have to take this person to court. That could be what some of you are going through right now. I don't know. Somebody might win the lotto. Y'all should play, because your fifth house has got a lot of energy in here, and then your sixth house is going to have that same energy. So this could be like you hitting the lotto in the fifth house, and then in the sixth house, your routines and patterns change, because you rich now. You rich, bitch. But, yeah, especially with Pluto in your sixth house, that could very well happen, but you got to keep it to yourself. That's for sure. Yeah, I wouldn't tell your friends. I wouldn't tell nobody at your job. I wouldn't tell them nothing. Matter of fact, play on your lunch break. You could thank me later. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I would be careful of any type of contracts that you are signing in reference to anything that, be careful in reference to, like, where you sign your children up to go to school. I'm getting that, just do some research, due diligence in reference to if you're gonna move, because I feel like with Scorpio in your fourth house, the south node is there. Some of you may be considering moving, or you may have to move, and so you're trying to figure out what's best for the children, as far as school districts or where you may want them to be. So some of you may have to up and move and change things around as far as what you're doing. I don't know if it's to pay for tuition, boarding school, what have you. So some of you are switching things around so you're able to do that. You could be moving money around so you're able to do that. If you have any assets, maybe you're considering liquidating them. You're not saying anything to anybody about what you got, which is what's up. Keep it to yourself. But some of you may have some situations going on where you may feel like your money is better served elsewhere. I definitely see energy here of investment opportunities. It could be in, television, film, theater. Some of you could be, I feel like somebody's filming. Somebody's definitely getting the opportunity to film. So they can't, their whole life is about to change, whoever this person is, or it just did. And so they can't, they can't talk about it. They can't be out socializing. You got to focus on work. So that's what I'm getting. So for some of you, whatever it is you're working on, if it's like a film or a project or something like that, the theater, okay, you work in the sports industry, I feel like things are going to go to the next level now. So you're going to be doing more work. So a lot of you are going to be getting more work, more overtime, projects, extended hours, okay? So if you wait looking for more work, it's coming. That's what's up. More money to be coming to, more financial opportunities. Somebody's having a baby or just had a baby. Congratulations. So it's like this is a brand new baby too within the last 2 months. Somebody could be, getting pregnant too, okay? With all this energy in your 5th house going into the 6th house where Pluto is at. That 5th house, that's that, somebody may have had slept with somebody. They may not have been in a traditional type of relationship. But, there could be a baby that comes from this situation. So I would be careful. Somebody meets somebody out having fun and then they get into a routine. It's like, oh, I like sleeping with him or I like sleeping with her. And it's like a friends with benefits situation, and it may turn into an affair. So if you're not ready for that, you know what I'm saying? You may want to be careful if you're definitely thinking about indulging with this person or you already have and you're wondering where this could be going. You may want to hit me up for a reading. Or somebody could be feeling this way about you. Yeah, so... But yeah, that's what I see going on for y'all. And like I said, your 6th house is gonna be lit up. Is that your 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's your 6th house. It's gonna be lit up. Cause I thought I told. Oh, okay. I was about to say. Forgive me, I was just making sure I was reading things correctly. I had made a couple of notes here. But yeah, so your 5th house, the house of babies, where the sun is at too, and Venus is there. Yeah, some of y'all are making babies. This is baby making season for you. Between now and, it's the winter time. So yeah, some little lives are going to be created. Beautiful energy here. It could be somebody actually being born. So some of you could be going into labor. So congratulations to those of you who are having babies. Yeah, for some of y'all, you're like, yo, the baby, no, nobody's going to see the baby. Not till, the baby's not going out for 3 months. So I feel like for some of y'all, it's like, okay, the baby will only go out when it's time for the baby to get their 3-month shots or something like that. So I think that might be for some of y'all Aquarius season. Yeah, you don't want nobody around the baby until after the baby has their shots. I feel like somebody's saying that. But that's just some of the stuff I see here, Doesn't have to be, a prediction or anything like that. It's just what I see some of you might be, discussing or thinking about or dealing with, whether it's you or somebody you know. It's just a general read. If you want something personal, reach out to me. My information is in the box below the video. Thank you for checking out the reading, Leo. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next reading. Later.